I am happy to introduce you to this interactive documentation of Velocity Material Logistics. You will discover the business objectives we want to deliver, how you fit into the picture and how to operate the functions of Velocity Material Logistics. Let's get started. Our business objectives are to increase the speed of material arriving at the right place at the right time and in the right quantity. Velocity achieves this by using Kanban cards as a control to assure authority and accountability of those moving material. Velocity monitors the ERP events that lead to the need to move material and tracks the timely performance of material logistics. The system automatically alerts team members of required actions. Integration with ERP reduces inventory errors and will reduce or eliminate extra purchasing or extra production due to missing material. The result is increased production velocity and lower costs. End-to-end tracking of material movement begins with an ERP event such as a PO receipt. The flow of material from the receiving dock could go directly to an inventory destination if there is no engineering or quality issues that need to be addressed. However, if there is a company policy or some concern that material has engineering or quality issues, you may direct the PO receipt to the engineering team or a partial quantity to the quality team. The Kanban record maintains real-time status of open, ready to move, in transit, meaning the material is moving toward a destination. If the material needs engineering or quality review, then the Kanban card status reflects this status and related data. When the Kanban material arrives at the inventory destination, the Kanban is complete and Velocity automatically posts back to ERP the warehouse and location and item information. Let's explore the common features of Kanban cards as control devices. Intelligent Kanban cards control what quantities of material that need to be moved based on an ERP event such as a PO receipt. Kanban cards have actions that may be taken to properly identify material and pursue an appropriate workflow path. Flexible workflows are driven by Kanban card status so that material that needs attention by engineering or quality assurance gets it and does not fall through the cracks. Kanban cards are automatically created based on ERP events. Here is a guided tour of the layout of a Kanban card. Action icons enable permitted actions and services. The next region identifies part number, revision, description and lot ID if the item is lot controlled. From end-to-end points show the expected path of the material. The governing document event data that automatically produced the Kanban card is in this region. The type of Kanban card and its unique ID are here. Finally, the team and employee ID in custody of the material is here. A Kanban card created from ERP events will have specific data appropriate to the event. For example, a PO receipt will carry the part number, revision, and description. If the item is lot tracked, then the lot ID, the lot code, in this case a heat number, is present. The originating and destination endpoints are set by the Velocity Rules engine. The PO receipt governing document, the purchase order, PO number, line number and vendor ID are also present. Another example is an item location transfer where the PO information is not required and thus not shown on the Kanban card. Kanban cards have services that you may perform by pressing action icons. The top icon will cause the Kanban card to rise to the top of the stack as a means to prioritize. The alarm function shows when a Kanban has rested too long in a specific status. Performance targets may be set by the administrator for how long Kanbans stay at a specific step in their workflow. The picture icon allows for attaching virtually any document, PDF, drawing, or picture. Additionally, you may annotate or mark up these documents or pictures for quality purposes. The printer icon provides for printing barcode labels. The tool icon dispatches some quantity of the material of the Kanban card to the engineering team for attention. Partial quantities are not allowed. The bell icon dispatches some quantity of the material of the Kanban to quality team for attention. In the case of quality Kanbans, partial quantities are allowed. Any team member may document the Kanban by adding pictures taken from the mobile tablet or loaded from a file location. Pictures may be annotated graphically. Documents may also be attached. The Kanban card record provides a means to control end-to-end material movement through a workflow until the Kanban material is finally received at its destination. An ERP event such as a PO receipt causes a Kanban card to be generated with a signal date and an open status that starts the performance clock. Velocity monitors every step and status of the Kanban material. The Kanban quantity can be dispatched to the engineering team if required. Some or all of a Kanban quantity can be dispatched to the quality team if needed. If there are no engineering or quality issues, the Kanban card may advance to the in-transit status. When the Kanban quantity reach the destination endpoint, a record of the receipt to a warehouse and inventory location is made. The drop date and time is updated to close out the Kanban. Your analysis grid is a highly flexible means to investigate all Kanban activity. A column chooser is provided so you may include or exclude data as required. Grouping and sub-grouping of columns for easier navigation is possible. Full Kanban history is retained. This Kanban is in the engineer team alert and not yet being acted upon. This Kanban history showing the Kanban inventory received warehouse and location is shown. Column data may be filtered to reduce the data set to that just needed. Layouts you create may be saved for later use. Data present on the grid may be exported as a CSV file for offline reporting and analysis. The Admin Manager perspective supports overwatch and oversight responsibilities for keeping material moving. All of the possible Kanban card actions are available as a super user. The data analysis grid supports column chooser, column grouping and sub-grouping as well as saved layouts. Administrators have tools to set material movement performance targets and monitor Kanbans that stay in their status too long and are not moving within targeted times. Next I will show you system administrative functions. Manage staff and roles for each staff member as shown. Roles and team association drive the correct visual perspective for each user. The Data Archive Manager helps manage inactive data that no longer needs to be actively seen. In data grids is the ability to select rows of data that may be archived, soft delete. This data is still physically in the tables for audit purposes but is not visible on the user visual perspectives. You may unarchive data to present it again in user perspectives. You may also select archived data and physically delete it from the database. Be careful. The Grid Layout Manager reports saved user grid layouts. Admin may delete them as needed. The green check marks indicate the default grid view for the specified user. Velocity Material Logistics provides a targeted performance manager. You may set a performance target for any combination of Kanban type card and status. If the Kanban card status remains unchanged after the target performance period, a red alarm click becomes visible on the Kanban card. Complete time-phased data is kept for all Kanban cards that can be used for graphic charting of performance if desired. The warehouse master list is validated in every Kanban card. Keep in mind that you could have a warehouse in this list that is not in ERP. If you transact an update to ERP warehouse and location where the warehouse value does not validate in ERP, then an error will be thrown. The online user list simply informs which users are currently online. The scheduled queries that product the work in process reports in the PO receipt visual perspective are complex and involve many thousands of rows of data. These reports are automatically run at midnight to minimize server performance impacts. These queries can be run on demand but expect significant system slowdown due to the data volume and complexity of the queries.